Hi guys, and welcome back to the next video. In this one I was going to show you a new machine that well, it's not a new machine, we've had the machine for probably 8 years, but we got it up and running just before Christmas, and it's this Superfinisher. You've probably seen it on the video or seen it in some of the older videos in the background, but yeah, just before Christmas we've recently bought all the media to fill it up. We've used it a couple of times just to see how we get on with it, and we are doing a job for a regular customer, Jamie at JTech, so I thought I would show you the before and after of it. Basically it works, it's got two big 3-phase motors underneath the machine, and they've got an offset counterbalance which makes this machine vibrate, so I will show you it running, although it's quite noisy. And yeah, that's how it works. And you leave the components, steel components, in the troughs for it's about 7 or 8 hours, and it uses different compounds to improve the surface finish. So what I'm doing is, this is just over a full gear kit basically for a sequential gearbox, a Quaife sequential gearbox. So some of this is second hand and some of it is brand new. So if I show you like the second hand part, you can see where the gear runs just here. You can see where the bearings normally on it. So if I show you like that, you can see what it cleans up like. And then this is a brand new Quaife gear. We've obviously got a fair few of them. So the first thing that we've got to do is just wash. There's like a protective grease on all these new components that Quaife put on to stop them rusting and things. So we've got to just wash these bits off first in the hot tank before we put it into the machine. And as you can see, there's quite a few components here, and the machine is pretty deep, and it's very easy to misplace bits or think you've got it out and you haven't. So we keep a little diary of how many components go in each trough and what time we start, and then we know that when we switch it off we need the same amount of components to come off. This is the electronic system for it, so you can have it where it's just on full speed, or you have variable speed with this speed controller. You can have it so it's a timed cycle, or it's just on continuous, so you switch it off at the end of the day. This is to switch the compound on. So the compound's just down here, and it has a dosing pump, so it mixes the compound with water. And then if you want to rinse it off, so you can rinse the compound off, or we've got some like abrasive powder that we can put in, so if you want to rinse it we can switch the compound off and switch the rinse pump on. Yeah, and that's that basically. So first job is for me to put the items in the wash. I'll get them out of the wash, and then I'll show you them going in the machine and show you the machine running, and I'll show you the end result of them. So this is the machine running. Sam's just finally prepping the bits to go in. And you can see the stuff rotating round. There's another gear. There's no compound or anything switched on at the moment, so that'll go on soon. you like this new machine?
Machine's cool.
is amazing about the cabinet actually is, which I'll show you in a minute, is how quiet it is when you put the lid down. So it's got about 4 more bits to put in. Because a lot of people run these machines at night because of the noise, so they'll run them over the night, or they'll keep them going 24 hours. But with the lid down, you can actually work next to it. It's not so bad. You can hear it. I'm not going to pretend that you can't hear it, but it's got a couple of bits to put in, and then we'll have a look. So that's a little bit of compound that Sam's putting in now, just to get it wet. But we won't keep the compound running, and we put some other stuff in to start the process off. So what Sam's going to do now is just mix in some abrasive in there to get the initial roughness of the metal off there, and he's going to weigh it out so he gets the right amount in, and then as soon as that happens it switches the compound off. Probably won't need a lot in that bit, will it? Colombian's finest. Enough in that one drop then. Yeah. So what we're trying to get is that pasty effect there, which is pretty much there now. Circles, but the vibration will make the letter 8, or the number 8, sorry, not the letter, and it's at 3.5. So if we turn the machine off, so remember the media was falling that way, and when we switch the machine back on, the media is now coming this way, and the machine's at 4.5. So it's more aggressive to try and knock the initial, or start the initial super finishing process. And there we go. If we put the lid down, Sam, to show the difference. It's quite noisy like that. Like I say, I couldn't work in here all day like that, but with the lid on, it completely changes the machine. So what we're going to do now is just leave that on, let it do its thing, and we'll have a look at it later, and we'll show you the end result. So we're 6.5 hours into the super finishing, and I'll show you. So we're getting close now to washing off this first stage and then changing the compound for the final polish, but it feels a lot better already. So we're going to put that back in there. It's got another half an hour, and then we've got to rinse it and then switch on the polishing compound for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and then it's done.
So that's it, it's been a little over 8 hours now on these parts. I've already had a little sneak peek and they look amazing. I'm gonna have to pull that up. I don't know if the camera's doing that any justice, but it looks amazing. We've just got the fun job now of getting this whole gearbox, finding every single part, getting it out of there.
So Sam last night showed you the first part coming out the Superfinisher tank. Last night before he come home, he got all the bits off, and I'm going to show you them now. So everything there has had, I think it was either 8 or 9 hours process, but I mean, it's mirror finish. It's absolutely stunning. All of the gears just absolutely, it's like chrome. So it's quite a noisy job. It's a little bit messy and it takes some time, but the finished result is pretty incredible with the components. We've also done not that this really matters, although it does rotate in oil, so it would improve the oil mist and it sticking to the diff. But this is my ZF diff, and these are the gears for it, which we did this, or Sam did this the other day. So this is when we was testing the machine. We put a camshaft in. This cam had some slight surface rust on it, so we said we'd give it a go. Not sure what it would do, but even that has come out really nice on the journals. On the actual chill cast part, it's done nothing at all, but the lobes and the journals have come up lovely. These haven't been done. These, we can't do these bits because these are what make the diff work. So if we super finish them bits wouldn't work. But for metal improvement there, well, this bit hasn't been done either. Yeah, but like I say, for metal improvement, it's incredible, the finish. So what I'm going to do is, if I can work out how to do it, I will put a picture of before up around here somewhere as well, so you can see as a reminder. So the second part to this video is the second load that we're going to put into the Superfinisher. I'll show you what it's going in. This is the crankshaft out of the Millington diamond engine that we've line honed. Our customer saw another crank that we did and then asked if we could do the same finish on this. So I've blocked off all the oil feeds with some sponge and the stud holes. I'm going to put a little bit in here to protect the spigot bearing. I've blocked off the end of the crank as well, just to stop the media going down there and being a bugger to get out. And then for another customer, a good friend of ours, we've got 2 BMW crown wheel and pinions to do. So excuse me, these have got to be kept as a pair. So I've wrote down the serial numbers in Sam's book, so when we take them back out they'll stay together. And I thought I would just show you the finish of them now. So they're obviously brand new, so they're lovely bits of kit, but just like shot blasted finished almost. So yeah, hopefully the Superfinisher does a great job. One thing I will do actually is just turn both of them upside down and block all these thread holes as well. It won't do no damage to the thread, but the media gets caught in there and it's a bit tricky to get out. So let's get it switched on, warmed up, loaded up, and we'll see what these items come out like. So the machine's running and we are going to be using 2 sections, this section and this double section. The Millington steel crank. So that's another 9-hour process done, and once again the Superfinisher's done an incredible job of both crown wheel and pinions and the crankshaft. So I'll show you them bits now. See, in fact I'll show you the crank first. So once again, I don't know if the film or the GoPro's doing it justice, but it is a mirror finish. You can see me waving. It's done a really nice job. We need to just wash the soap off this, but yeah, like that bit there is just like a complete mirror finish from the journal to the rear oil seal face. We obviously blocked all the thread holes off and everything, so I can check for media. We can check down each one of these oil galleries to make sure there's no media left in there, but it really has polished and made a cracking job of this crankshaft. So this is our friend Paul's Millington diamond crank, which we've lined down the block. Now we've super finished this, we've got to do some cylinder head repairs to it as well, but then that's ready for him to build back up for his Mark II Escort tarmac rally car. And then these are the two crown wheel and pinions that we've done for Ray at West Tuning. I logged the serial numbers or the part numbers off both, so these are paired, so I can put these back into their pairs. But as you remember, this bit here was brown, just metal, hardened metal finish, and now once again it's another mirrored finish. All the gears are mirrored finish and they just feel so smooth. And there's the pinions, looking lovely. So what I'm going to do is work out which goes where, put these back into the boxes how they come. I mark one with A and one with B. I'm going to put this through the cleaner just to wash any residue of soap off it, although it doesn't look like there's anything on there. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've ended this once, so I don't know which ending I'm going to use. Might be this one, might not be, but if it's this one, if you could please, if you've watched this and you've enjoyed it and you want to see more, if you could hit the subscribe button for us. I'm trying to really boost the subscribers up and the views up. I feel like my channel's dragging a little bit and I want it to keep going and keep pushing forward. So if you like what you see or you want to see some more, any questions you've got to ask, them in the comments section. But if you could leave the word shiny in the comments section below, that would be great. And we'll see you on the next video. See you later. To our Superfinisher is up and running, so anybody, private or trade, want any parts super finishing, then just give us a call and we can get that sorted for you.